We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I'm actually joined in our new studio here. I'm looking right at Tim here. We are in our brand new studio here. We just moved in, and this is our first show. And without hesitation, the alert for the Facebook group goes off. You can follow our Facebook group. But this is our first show in our new studio. As you can tell, we have the same background. It's because we're in the same room now. So this is going to be exciting. This is going to be the setup for the future here. So it's going to be a very exciting show. It's our first one in the new studio. But first, we're going to go over a recap of what happened yesterday before we go into today's slate. As we always do, keep the transparency for our show here. Looking at it for me yesterday, I went 5-5-1, but I finished profitable in baseball yesterday because I had a nice little plus money hit. Starting with my losers, Atlanta, Washington over did not cash, and Miami team total. I gave that out in the chat after I accidentally hit the end button. I gave out that one, and I gave out two other plays. I'm going to go over in my winners. Arizona team total over. That one wasn't a video play because our best bet was the over in that Arizona game, and that pushed. That was my only push. St. Louis first 5 under was a loser, and the team total over for Minnesota was a loser. I did get wins from the over in Pittsburgh. The team total for the LA Angels. The LA Angels first 5, I cashed a nice plus 260 ticket there. The Seattle Mariners and New York Yankees first 5 under 5.5. And the Cleveland Indians, Detroit Tigers first 5 under 5.5 as well cashed for that one. So overall, profitable day in baseball yesterday. Not as much in the UFC. I got the first couple, the first 3 out of the first 4 fights went my way. But it was few and far between after that. Michael Chiesa got submitted. That was not a fun one for me. That last fight did finish inside the distance, so I cashed that one. But overall, it was a profitable night in baseball, not so much in UFC. And I'm hoping for a good day here in baseball. What about you, Tim?
Oh yeah. It was a good baseball day for me. Went 5-1. Oh, 5-1-1. Let me bring up the card to go over everything I had. Sorry, I had it on my phone and then I turned it off. I had Seattle, which was a loser, but I also had the under in that game, which barely cashed. Don't know how that one cashed. Had the over in the Reds game, and it took 7 runs in that 8th inning for that one to cash. Kind of a little bit crazy there. I had the under in the Detroit game, nice and easy. I had the under in that Cardinals Royals game, not a sweat at all, not at all. I had the Colorado run line after the Nick actually ended the show. I had that one, and then I also had the over 8 in the Diamondbacks game. That one finished exactly 8, so that was my one draw. I bet on a couple of Nick's UFC stuff last night, so overall it was a slightly profitable night, but overall can't complain. On to the next day and ready to win some bets.
All right. And it feels like it's like a how appropriate type thing. Our first game that we're going to be breaking down in the new studio here, we are looking at the New York Mets at the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies for this game are a minus 155. It's a plus 143 the other way here with the New York Mets. Over under 8 runs for this game. Where are you starting it off here with this first one?
Oh, I get to start off with passing. Looking at this game, Mets have been struggling. They lost first place 2 days ago, and they fell back even more yesterday. At this point, this is a survival game. If they lose this one, then they're going to fall 2.5 games back, and Philadelphia can start running away with the division. If anything, it's a link towards Philadelphia in this one. Zach Wheeler has been fantastic this year. He is the current best odds to win the Cy Young. On the other side, you get Taijuan Walker, who, yes, was the Mets All-Star, but since the All-Star break has had a lot of troubles with that long ball and letting up runs. He's had a little bit of a post-All-Star struggle, like most of the Mets have. It's been kind of a very shaky spot in New York. If anything, lean towards the Phillies in this game. And then a little bit of a stronger lean would be towards the under, but overall, I did not bet this game.
Yeah, I do have action on this game, so I'll have the first official play for the new studio here. Looking at the pitchers, Taijuan Walker, 7-6 with a 3.86 ERA, a 1.23 WHIP, and 105 innings pitched, 101 strikeouts, and 40 walks. On the opposite side, Zach Wheeler, the head runner, the favorite now, I believe, for the National League Cy Young Award, 9-6, a 2.57 ERA, a 1.03 WHIP, 170 innings pitched, 33 strikeouts, and 170 strikeouts and 33 walks. And looking at this matchup here, and it's not particularly been the pitching for the Mets it's never been the pitching that's been the problem for the Mets. It's their anemic offense. They can't get anything going here. Looking at how these batters fare against Zach Wheeler, 4 for 18 for Nimmo, 3 for 13 for McNeil. Baez is 1 for 8 against Wheeler. This is going to be a lower scoring game here, and the Phillies tend to struggle a little bit against Walker as well. So where I'm going with this first game here, I'm looking at the under in this game. Both these teams have been trending a little bit under as of late. The Mets have gone under in 3 straight. The Phillies gone under in 2 straight. So we have a little bit of a trend for you there. First 5, under 4 runs here for the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. I personally got it at 4.5. You can get it at 4 at even money. I don't mind that. I wish it was still 4.5, but I don't mind 4 at this price as well. So I think that this is going to be a nice little pitcher's duel on a Sunday here. First 5, under 4 with the Mets and the Phillies to kick off the slate.
Sounds good. Go ahead and move on to the next one.
Yeah, the next matchup here, we have the Tampa Bay Rays are at the Baltimore Orioles here. It is a -180 for the Rays. It's around +165 for the Orioles. Over under 10 runs in this game. This game has dropped a half a run since I did the free pick video last night. Michael Walkup and Jorge Lopez is your pitching matchup for this one. Waka is 2-3, a 5.26 ERA, 1.38 WHIP, 75 1/3 innings pitched, 69 nice strikeouts, and 22 walks. And on the other side, Jorge Lopez, 3-12 this season, a 5.91 ERA, a 1.67 WHIP, 102 innings pitched, 94 strikeouts, and 48 walks. And looking at this matchup, I think this is a good spot for an over in this game. Both these teams have been playing more towards the over as of late. Tampa Bay over in 6 of their last 10 games and 2 in a row. The Orioles have gone over in 4 straight games as well. And this Tampa Bay team should be able to get some offense against Jorge Lopez. A little fun fact, he is 3-12, but the Orioles have won his last 4 starts. So he's gone from one of the worst player profit rankings to he's only down $293, considering he was down almost $800 earlier in the season. That's a great little comeback for him here. So I'm going with the over in this game, over 10 runs. I wish I waited a little bit and got it now. Over 10 runs at -121. For me, it'd be a slight lean towards potentially the Orioles in this game because I'm not a fan of Walkup. Both these pitchers have an ERA above 5, so I expect some runs for this game. Tampa Bay, Baltimore, over 10 is where I'm looking at for this one.
Yeah, looking at this one, you get Baltimore's going to get swept. They're back to their losing ways. They've lost 5 straight. On the other side, Baltimore's lost 4 straight. Tampa Bay's won 3 straight. I think Tampa just completes the sweep today. You get Lopez, who has been pitching a lot better, as Nick said, but he is still 3-12 with a 5.91 ERA. I'm sorry, I forgot to put your thing in there. And yeah, I would lean towards the over as well. This is another one of the games I don't have bets on. But for the rest of the slate after this, there's 12 games, and I'll have 9 bets. So I do have plenty of action today. But this is just not one of the games I got to. Yes, it would probably be a lean towards the over, Michael Walkup has not been particularly good this year. 2 and 3, over 5 ERA. Not really a solid pitcher. Hit or miss. You'll either get a really good game from him or he'll get absolutely blown up. And I think that he can get blown up. I think that's definitely a possibility, especially against the Baltimore team, who is bringing up their young talent who has been hitting very well. Mullins has been hitting. Mountcastle has been hitting. So Trey Mancini, you're getting a bunch of these guys in Baltimore that can hit. If Baltimore just had some good pitching, they might actually be a contending team. But not good pitching, so it's all good. Me? What's wrong with my... Wait, am I on the left? I'm on the left. Hey, why? What's wrong with my haircut? What's up, dude? What's up, my favorite guys? Let's make some money. Hit the like button, people. Let's get it. We'll get to move on to the next one.
Yeah, we're looking at the Seattle Mariners at the New York Yankees here. It's a minus 134 for the Yankees. It's a plus 124 for the Mariners in this one. Yusei Kikuchi taking on, was it Logan Gill?
Lewis Gill.
I don't remember his first name. And the total for this one is 9 runs in this game. Where are you looking at for this one?
Well, here's it's kind of sad. My first play in the new office, in the new studio, is on the Yankees, but not the way that I expected. We're going to go under in this game, under the 9. I actually think I might have gotten it at a 9.5. I bet the games last night, and I realized that, what did I get it at? Yeah, I got it at a 9.5. So I beat a good line movement. So this is a little bit of thing. Bet at night. Bet the lines at night. I got a 9.5. It's at a 9, which means it's going in my direction. I really like that. We get Kikuchi, Yusei Kikuchi. Love the Cooch. He's 7-6, 3.89 ERA. He's been solid this year. He was an all-star for the Mariners, and he's just overall been solid. I mean, he's not as profitable as his teammates Logan Gilbert and Chris Flexen, but he's been solid this year. And then Lewis Gill came out. I don't know what we didn't see in him. Oh yeah, he was making his first ever major league start. Went 6 innings, allowing no earned runs on 4 hits. Granted, it was against Baltimore. Now you're going up against Seattle, who can hit. I will say Seattle's a good offensive team, but they're a big long ball team. So keep that in mind as well. I do like the under in this game. I think Gill has a good performance. Plus, we've seen these teams play 3 games in this series so far, and all 3 games have gone under, including 2 of them going to extra innings. So I'm going under in this game. Actually, 1 went to extra innings. 1 was really close.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I mean, I think you managed during that game breakdown to mention that you like the Cooch and the long ball. And I think you're able to get both of those in one breakdown. But looking at the pitchers for me here, Yusei Kikuchi is 7-6 with a 3.89 ERA, 1.17 whip, 120 in the 3rd inning pitch, 129 strikeouts, and 40 walks. And Lewis Gill is 1-0, did not give up a single run, has a .83 ERA, 6 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And this is going to be an interesting game here. And I also saw a little thing on Twitter, which it was one of those Streamlab things or one of the web baseball affiliated ones. The Yankees will not have Anthony Rizzo this game or for the next 2 weeks. He tested positive for COVID. So that's going to be a nice
Is
little...
it 2 weeks?
Something like that. It's going to be a nice little ding to that New York Yankees lineup, which plays right into what I bet last night, and I got a nice price on it. I got the first 5 innings at under 5 runs here for the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners. I got it at plus 105 last night. It's currently a minus 110 now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that drop to a 4.5. So this is going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Kikuchi has been pretty good this year. for all things considered, because he wasn't expected to be that great of a pitcher this year. And then Lewis Gill had a great first career start. Granted, yes, it was against the Orioles, but I think that we see another decent start out of him for today's game. I think he goes another 5-6 innings, gets you decent outing. I'd like the under in this game. Both teams have been a heavy under team as of late. The Yankees have gone under in 7 of their last 10 games. They've gone under in 3 straight. And on the other side, the Mariners have gone under in 6 of their last 10 and 5 straight. So I think the under trends continue on this one. Usually I like partnering up Sundays with unders a little bit more. I'm more inclined to bet unders on Sundays because generally these are the last game of the series. And this is like a getaway day kind of for these teams. So unders and underdogs are something I really look at for Sunday. And that's where I'm looking at for today. Slightly towards the Mariners as well with Anthony Rizzo out of the lineup. But I'm going to take the first 5 under 5 at -110 for this game. We had to sweat the Reds and the unders 8.5 in the pit over. Yeah, but they both cashed, which was nice.
Yeah, it's okay to sweat stuff out. I mean, that Kansas City game we got really lucky on, and the Seattle game we got really lucky on. So I'm cool with that. Hi. Let's get it.
All right. We will move on to the next game here. The Boston Red Sox are at the Toronto Blue Jays here. Toronto -190 here for the Blue Jays. It's a +175 on the other side with the Red Sox. Over-under of 9 runs in this game. Hyun-Jin Ryu, Garrett Richards, the pitching matchup for this one. And looking at the pitching matchup on this one, Garrett Richards is 6-7 with a 5.21 ERA, a 1.66 WHIP, 105 in the 3rd innings pitched, 85 strikeouts, and 47 walks. On the other side, Hyun-Jin Ryu, 11-5 with a 3.22 ERA, a 1.13 WHIP, 123 innings pitched, 102 strikeouts, and 25 walks. And looking at this game, it's a lean towards the under for me here. Both teams have been a little bit more towards the under as of late. Garrett Richards is the only thing that kept me away from actually betting this game under. I do like this game to go under, but I just did not bet it. Toronto is 2-7-1 towards the under in their last 10 games, and Boston's gone under in 6 of their last 10. So that's where I would look in this game. It's under or nothing for me here. First 5 under or nothing, but I'm staying away from this game.
I bet this one. I bet it last night, and I got a good line on it. I did bet this game to go under. Looking at real quick, looking at Garrett Richards, this is a road game for him. He is 4-3 on the road this year with a 4.3 ERA, so he's actually a lot better on the road than he is at Fenway, which is a very good thing to see, especially because I like that under. I also Hyun-Jin Ryu has been having a good couple games. Not to mention, what's going on with this Boston team? They've lost 8 out of their last 10. That is that has been a real struggle for them, and I think it continues today. I do like the under. The offenses just have not been performing. Yes, Nick, I know you're laughing at the comments. You're so mature. Y'all learn to just ignore the people that are weird.
And the funny thing is, with that one, it's Seattle Mariners that hit the long balls. I mean, Yankees hit plenty of home runs, and it's Kikuchi. It's not actually Coochie. We just like to have fun with that name, the Cooch. But real quick just to finish it off. I got this one at a 9.5 last night. It's down to a 9. So obviously I'm on the right side of line movement. I'm happy with that, and I'm confident that this game's going to go under today. All right, sounds good. We will move on to the next matchup here. The Pittsburgh Pirates are at the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds a -250 favorite Plus 224 on the opposite side with the Pittsburgh Pirates in this one. Over under of 10.5 runs for this one. And this has actually gone up a full run since last night. Looking at this game here, Bryce Wilson takes on Tyler Mahle, the pitching matchup. What are you looking at for this one?
I went right back to the over in this one. I had this one over last night. I know it was a little bit of a sweat to get it, but Bryce Wilson's going to get absolutely blown up by this Reds team. And that's exactly what they're supposed to be doing. The Reds they've done exactly what they're supposed to. It's a 4-game series against Pittsburgh, and they've taken 3 so far, and none of the games have been close. I don't expect anything different today. So I'm going right back to the over in this game. It's at a 10.5. I got it at a 10 last night. So once again, if you guys go and bet lines at night, you're going to see a lot of line movement. And today, I just happen to be on the right side of the line movement. But that's 3 lines so far that I got a much better lineup because I bet it at night. But I do like the over 10.5. You can get that at even money now. So I even expect this one to maybe even go back down to 10. But or there'll still be a lot of money coming in and I'll end up going up to 11 watch. But it's got to go over. That's the best way to bet Cincinnati in this matchup. Bryce Wilson's the pitcher for Pittsburgh, 2-4, 4.42 ERA. He hasn't been that good this year. Tyler Mahle is susceptible to getting hit and knocked up as well. So I'm going to go over in this game between the Pittsburgh Pirates and Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, and I agree with your statement with betting games overnight. And what I'm going to start to do with baseball here is I'm going to tweet out my plays that I'm betting at night. I will tweet them out at night so you guys are able to have the better line accessible. So if you guys are waiting for our show here in the morning, that you're not getting a line that's a run higher than it was last night. Because I got this game at 9.5 to the over. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Bryce Wilson is 2-4 with a 4.42 ERA, a 1.45 whip, 36 2/3 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts, and 10 walks. On the opposite side here, Tyler Mahle is 8-3 with a 3.86 ERA, a 1.24 whip, 116 2/3 innings pitched, 138 strikeouts, and 45 walks this season. And both these teams have been heavy over teams as of late. 6 out of their last 10 games, the Pirates have gone over the total. And the Reds, if you've bet the over in their last 10 games, you've only lost a bet once with 6 overs, 1 under, and 3 pushes. And they've gone over in 5 straight games. And this is one of those games where the lines moved way too much for me to give this out as an official play. I got this at 9.5 last night. At 10.5, I would kind of pause before looking to bet this one at this line. So I'm going to pass on this one for official video picks, but I do have the over 9.5 for this game, and I believe that's what we got it for picks and parlays as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got the over 9.5, over 10.5. I would pause before betting that. I think you missed your line.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll go on to this game.
Yeah, we'll move on to the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians. This is our best bet over on picks and parlays. If you guys want to check that out, the link to that is in the description of the video down below. But we will move on here. The Washington Nationals are at the Atlanta Braves here. Patrick Corbin and Max Fried, the pitching matchup for this one. You can get the Braves around a minus 198. It's a plus 182 the other way with the Washington Nationals. Over under of 8.5 runs in this game. And look at the pitching matchup here. Patrick Corbin is 6-10 with a 5.74 ERA, a 1.44 whip, 116 innings pitched, 90 strikeouts, and 38 walks. Max Fried is 8-7 with a 4.05 ERA, a 1.31 whip, 97 2/3 innings pitched, 101 strikeouts, and 33 walks. And looking at this matchup here, I like the over a little bit in this game. Washington's gone over in 8 of their last 10. They just got the win last night against this Atlanta team. And I think they potentially can get another win today at a nice plus. They were plus 200 last night when I was looking at them, now plus 182. This is another spot where, the lines moved a lot on that one. I didn't go money line on the Nationals here, though. I still don't trust their pitching staff. I still don't trust their bullpen. I absolutely do not trust Patrick Corbin, which has not been good this year. I'm going with the team total over for this Washington Nationals team. Over 3.5. You can get that at -105. I feel we see at least 4 runs here for the Washington Nationals in this game. I think that's not asking too much of them. So that's where we're going to go in this one. Washington Nationals team total over 3.5 versus the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, I will say Sundays are big days for underdogs. And I almost went and bet the Washington Nationals at +200 last night. Then I started looking into it. Patrick Corbin on the road this year is 1-5 with a over 6 ERA, and that's not something I want to back. Granted, yes, Washington did get the win last night, and that was a ninth inning heroic comeback from them. Really nice to see. Obviously, if the Braves can lose some games, that'd be fantastic. I passed on this one. If anything, it's a lean towards the over. These two teams have been really trending to the over lately. We get 8-2 to the over from Washington, 5-4-1 for Atlanta. So definitely a lean towards the over in this one, but I didn't bet it today.
Yeah, I understand that one there. I'm just typing in my Twitter handle here. Yeah, I saw in the comments, Will Jimena said that would be awesome to get picks at night, to bet at night. That helps me greatly when I can see the show for early picks since I work. Yeah, what I'll do is on my Twitter here at Nicholas_Earle, any plays that I bet overnight, I will tweet. Now, a lot of my plays I do not bet overnight because I wait for first fives and team totals to come out. Now, I can tweet out team totals and first fives because I know there are some there's some books like Pinnacle that have early lines on those, so I can tweet those out. But yeah, I will tweet out all the plays overnight so you guys can potentially get the best line possible, because that's a huge part of sports betting, is beating the line movement, because it's much better if you're betting a team at +100 rather than -110, because when you bet the team at +100, you only have to win 50% of the time to break even, where if you're betting the -110, it's around a 52%. So it all plays out in the long run. 5 cents here, 10 cents here is a big difference. One whole run in that game is a huge difference. So yeah, that's why you'll see me not give out official plays, because the lines move too much, and that's exactly why. So yeah, I will tweet out my plays overnight that I do bet, or plays that I'm looking at, if you guys have early access to first 5 lines and team totals, because those are the majority of what I bet. Now, Tim, I know you bet a lot of money lines and full game totals, so you'll be able to tweet yours out there as well.
Yeah. I'll either tweet mine on what is my either at Bets Earle, which is our official. Well, I'll retweet it with Bets Earle. But my personal one is Tim Earle 9. It'll have an ESB logo. That will be my personal one. So I will be tweeting out my card each night, because I'm going to start really looking to bet at night so that I can really have an edge on these lines. So just follow the Twitters and you'll be able to get some early lines. Obviously, we'll end up marking out our best bet, because we still have the picks and parlays side, but we'll put out as many as plays as we can for all that stuff at night.
Yeah, and it's very important, especially during this time of the season. Like, I'm seeing games where, like, I'll show the Oakland Athletics the other night. They opened around a -200 and they closed around a -300. So if that tells you exactly where these lines are, what are these lines doing these days? Yeah, you're going to need to bet them early. Yep. But moving on to the next game here, onto our 2:00 game. San Francisco Giants are at the Milwaukee Brewers for the rubber game of the series. It's a -112 here for the Brewers. It's a +102 run back on the Giants. Johnny Cueto, Brent Anderson, the pitching matchup for this one. Over under 9.5 runs. Where are you looking at in this one?
I went after Milwaukee. I know that they lost last night, and a crazy extra inning game. But I still think Brett Anderson has the slight pitching advantage over Johnny Cueto. He's just been pitching a little bit better. Johnny Cueto is really, really hit or miss. He can have either a really good game or he gets absolute shelled. So I did go with Milwaukee. They're slight favorites at home. Looking at it, these two teams have been playing really well lately. Both of them are 7-3 their last 10. And they're both first place teams. So yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup. And I'm expecting to see a little bit more of a pitcher's duel. Seeing that last night, I know it was at extra innings, but it absolutely blew up for runs. But I'm gonna go for the Milwaukee Brewers in this game. I got them at minus 108. So once again, another solid line movement, and I got them at a good line. But I like Milwaukee, and then I lean towards the under in this game, just because they absolutely blew up for runs last night, and I think it goes under today.
Sounds good. I also just got an interesting MLB notification that Chris Sale will be starting Saturday versus the Orioles. His first game since coming back from Tommy John surgery.
Oh, wow.
But we'll move on to the next matchup here. The Minnesota Twins are at the Houston Astros here in this one. And the Astros in this game are minus 170 favorites, around plus 155 run back on the Minnesota Twins. Over under 8 runs in this game. Kenta Maeda, Lance McCullers Jr., the pitching matchup for this one. Maeda 4-4, 4.65 ERA, a 1.32 whip, 91 innings pitched, 99 strikeouts, and 27 walks. On the other side here, 9-2 for Lance McCullers, a 3.02 ERA, a 1.21 whip, 104 and a third innings pitched, 124 strikeouts, and 51 walks. And looking at this matchup for this one, I was tempted on betting the Twins again today. They did not come through for me yesterday, losing 4-0 for that team total. I'm staying off of the Twins today. I think this game is actually priced correctly. I have the Astros priced around minus 170 for this game, and I don't see any value on either side for this one. I can see the Minnesota Twins potentially taking 3 out of 4 from the Astros. But with that being said, I'm not getting involved personally in this game. It'll be a lean towards the Twins, lean towards the over, not getting involved.
Yeah, I didn't bet this one either. It's if anything, I was really tempted to go back to the over, but these teams haven't been hitting. It was 4-0 yesterday. It pushed the day before. It went under the day before. So, and I'm not going to go and bet the under now because I feel like if I do that, they'll end up having a big offensive explosion. This one's just a pass for me. It was not one of the games I really wanted to get to. So, obviously, maybe a lean towards Minnesota, but it's Kenta Maeda and Lance McCullers Jr. And that's definitely a pitching advantage to Houston with McCullers. So, if anything, I'm passing on this one. Lean towards the under, but I didn't bet it.
Okay, and then the last thing I'll say about this game is this is just a little bit of a theory here. Can we just slam the Twins, seeing that it's Twins Day?
No.
Okay.
Nope, not happening. Because I think it's been Twins week.
I have no idea. I mean, they won 2 out of 3 so far from the Houston Astros. So I wouldn't be surprised. And they've cashed my team total back-to-back games against Cincinnati. So it's been a good week for Minnesota, so I can see that.
It hasn't 4-6.
I mean, not them winning games, but me cashing plays on them. I mean, I cashed 4 out of 5 plays on them. Yesterday was the first day they lost the team total for me in the last 4 days. So looking at this next one, though, Kansas City Royals, St. Louis Cardinals here. With the Cardinals a minus 133. It's a plus 123 for the Royals. John Lester versus Chris Bubik in this matchup here. Over under 9.5 runs. And for whatever reason, I feel like we always get Bubik on the same day as Kikuchi. Because we always get the boob and the cooch. For whatever reason. We always get those 2 pitchers on the same day. But looking at this matchup here, Bubik is 3-5 with a 4.57 ERA, 1.43 WHIP, 68 strikeouts, and 39 walks in 80 2/3 innings pitched this season. John Lester is 3-6 with a 5.38 ERA, a 1.63 WHIP, 80 1/3 innings pitched, 55 strikeouts, and 31 walks for this matchup. And I feel like a broken record the last 2 weeks when I kept saying Royals under, Royals under, Royals under, Royals under. But they've gone under in 13 of their last 14 games. They've gone under in 9 of their last 10 and 3 straight. This Royals team has been an absolute under machine. And I think it continues today. I like the first 5 under 5 runs. You can get that at plus 105. I think I got them at 4. I got the first 5 under at 5. So I got the same line there. First 5 under 5 at plus 105. I think we see another low-scoring game here. This Royals offense has really left a lot to be desired especially after losing Jorge Soler. We haven't seen that much from Whit Merrifield. I think the only real contributions they've been getting is from Salvador Perez in this lineup. And that's about it. So, yeah, I expect another low-scoring game in this one. Give me the Kansas City Royals, St. Louis Cardinals, under 5 in the first 5 innings for this one.
Yeah, I'll go over the pitchers, but I really couldn't care less who's pitching today. I'm going under. Kansas City has not hit. As Nick said, they won under 12 out of 13 games. Yeah, this is a streak that I want to continue to back. Now, if this is like a winning streak or something, that's when you slow down. But under over streaks, I don't mind riding them all the way out until they're dead. Slam the under. Absolute slam it. You get Bubik and Lester going for this one. I could honestly care less. This offense on the Kansas City Royals has not been there. And neither has St. Louis, really. They haven't really hit that well either. So, no, I like the under in this game. And I'll be continuing to ride that Kansas City under for days on end.
Yeah, I think that this game is they're going to have to go over in 2 straight games in order for me to really get off of this Kansas City under.
Yeah, 3 for me.
Okay.
3 will be the number for me.
All right, moving on. We do not have a line for Miami and Colorado. So we're going to be looking at the Texas Rangers here and the Oakland Athletics. The Athletics are a massive minus 270 favorite in this matchup, plus 241 the other way with these Rangers. Over under of 8.5 runs in this game. We're getting Jordan Lyles and James Capillarian in this matchup here. Where are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, this is one of the ones I don't have bets on. For the last 4 games, I'll have 2 bets. This one, I don't have bet in. The LA game, I don't have bet in. This is just not a spot I want to get to. If anything, it's a lean towards the under just because Texas offense is just as non-existent as Kansas City's. What is their over-under their last 10? 4 and 6. Wow, actually, they're a little bit more of a over team than I thought. But no, they have not been able to hit, and I'm pretty sure that most of the times they go over is because their opponents are absolutely blowing them out. Oakland had a big game yesterday, so I would expect a little bit of a rollback today. Under for me in this game. Pass, but a lean towards the under, not betting it.
Yeah, looking at this pitching matchup for me here, Jordan Lyles is 5-8 with a 5.25 ERA, a 1.43 WHIP, 120 innings pitched, 96 strikeouts, and 39 walks. On the other side, Capillarian, 5-4 with a 3.24 ERA, a 1.16 WHIP, 72 and a third innings pitched, 79 strikeouts, and 27 walks. And looking at this game here, they put out a 2.5 on the team total for me here, but I'm not going to take it this time. Number one is juice to minus 145. I usually would lay minus 245 for a team total over 2.5. The only thing is that this Rangers team is just plain and simply not hitting. They did score 3 runs yesterday, but they've failed to go over the 2.5 in 3 of their last 4 games, and I do not trust this Texas Rangers offense here. In a big ballpark in Oakland, which plays towards the unders in general, I'm leaning towards the under in this game, personally. I did not get around to betting it at all. It'd be a lean towards potentially the Rangers at this price, only because of their price. Only because of their price is a plus 240. Am I looking to bet this game at all? Probably not. Let's see what I just want to take a little.
Real quick. I don't care what your numbers say. There's no way I would ever bet on Texas could be a plus 500. I'm not betting on them. They are 13-42 on the road. I think the only team that's worse on the road. Nope, I stand corrected. They are the worst team on the road now. Arizona got their 14th win on the road the other day, and Texas has 13. So they are no longer
What about the Rockies?
Rockies?
Yeah, they're at home now, but what's their record on the road? 13-40.
13-40. No, still better than Texas. Texas is 13-42. So worst team on the road is the Texas Rangers. There's no way I'm backing them ever on the road.
Yeah, the only play I'm looking at for the Rangers here is first 5 plus the half a run, hoping maybe they're tied at the end of 5 innings. Feel like that's the only way to look because I do like the under a little bit in this game. Am I betting this? Absolutely not. I think that there is value on the Rangers, but that's just because their opponent's a minus 270. So I'm staying off this game, though. There's not enough for me to bet here.
No. We'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah, we're looking at the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres in this one. Minus 215 for the Padres, plus 196 for the Diamondbacks, over under 8.5 runs for this matchup. And I feel like this matchup would have been a lot better like a couple years ago with Madison Bumgarner and Blake Snell, the pitching matchup. Blake Snell, he has been pitching a little bit better as of late. He's a much better home pitcher than he is on the road, obviously. This season, we all know that. Where are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, looking at Blake Snell's road to home splits on the road.
Drastic.
Yeah, they're a little bit crazy. On the road, he is 2-3 with a 7.36 ERA. At home, he's a whole different pitcher. He's 3-1 with a 2.81. There's almost a 5 differential in that ERA home road split, and that really proves it. But he is at home today. That being said, I'm still going to go over. This Padres team they've been hitting better lately. And their pitching has not been entirely strong. So I am going to be taking this one to go over. It's at is it 8.5 right now? It's at an 8.5. I think I got it at 8 last night. But I do like this one to go over. I liked it over last night. It pushed, but it could have easily went over. And that was with Yu Darvish on the mound. Now we get Bumgarner, who can get absolutely blown up, and Snell, who, yes, he's been good at home, but he could definitely get tagged up as well. Let's go over in this game between San Diego and Arizona.
Yeah, looking at the pitching matchup here, and for Gloria, I don't know if I would bet it at 10.5. I do have it at 9.5. I do not know if I would bet it at 10.5 though.
I got it at 10, and I would bet it at 10.5. I think this game goes way over where you get 16, 17 runs in this game.
Fair enough. Looking at the pitching matchup for this game, though, Madison Bumgarner 6-6 on the season with a 4.57 ERA, a 1.15 WHIP, and 84 2/3 innings pitched, 77 strikeouts, and 21 walks. On the other side, Blake Snell is 5-4 with a 5.24 ERA, a 1.62 WHIP, 89 1/3 innings pitched, 111 strikeouts, and 58 walks this season. As we mentioned, he's a much better pitcher at home than he is on the road. Do I think that the Padres are a little overpriced in this one? A little bit. I have them around minus 195 for this game. Am I backing the Arizona Diamondbacks in this matchup? Absolutely not. So this is just going to be a strict stay away from me spot for here. It'd be a slight lean towards the over in this one, and maybe a lean towards the team total for San Diego at 4.5. I think they can get 5 runs off of Madison Bumgarner, who actually had a really nice start in his last start. Granted, it was against the Giants, his former team. But he did go, I believe it was 6 or 7 innings in his last start. 7 innings, only allowed 1 earned run on 6 hits. So he looked really good in his last start. But, yeah, I'm staying away from this one, though.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. We get 2 games left in there. It's LA and Chicago and Chicago.
Yeah, let's put the lock on LA here. I know we said that a couple times, though. But the Dodgers are a minus 300 in this game. It's a plus 265 the other way with the Angels. I did do a free pick video on this game last night. We're getting Reed Detmers taking on Walker Buehler in this matchup. Over under 8.5 runs in this game. And arguably another guy that's going to compete with Zach Wheeler for the Cy Young Award. We have Walker Buehler here. Looking at the pitching matchup, though, Reed Detmers, he only pitched one start, so keep that in mind. 0-1 with a 12.46 ERA, a 1.85 whip, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks in his first start. And now he's getting the Dodgers. I expect a little bit of a bounce back start for him here. I'm not saying he's going to dominate, but Walker Buehler's 11-2, a 2.16 ERA, 0.92 whip, 141 2/3 innings pitched, 144 strikeouts, and 34 walks. Walker Buehler is going to do Walker Buehler things. He's going to be able to slow down this LA Angels offense. And I see a low-scoring game here in this one. I'm going first 5, under 4.5 in this one. I think we're going to see a little bit of a slow start offensively in this game. And I like potentially Detmers to slow down the Dodgers here a little bit. I know he's not the greatest pitcher from his first start, but I think we see a low-scoring game. The Angels have been trending towards the under as of late. 8 of their last 10 games have gone under the total, as well as 4 in a row. And the Dodgers have gone under both these games as well, obviously, with the Angels. So I'm looking at the final game here to be an under as well. I think we see a lower scoring game in this one.
It's first 5 under what?
4.5 at -120.
Yeah, I didn't bet this one, but if anything, I would take a different approach than Nick. I would go over in this one. I think that the Dodgers can probably go over by themselves. This Detmers, this is his second MLB start. I'm sorry, he's way over his head. This is going to be a tough game for him, and I think he gets absolutely shelled. The Dodgers are almost healthy again, and I definitely think that we're going to get some big offensive performances from the Dodgers, and then I do think that the Angels can put up a couple themselves. So if anything, it would be a lean towards the over. Once again, Walker Buehler doing Walker Buehler things. 11-2 with a 2.16 ERA. Definitely one of the front runners for the NL Cy Young Award, and I wouldn't bat an eye if he won. But I just think that this game could possibly have a chance to go over by like the 5th inning, if the Dodgers really get a hold on this young kid. So I'm going to go. I would lean towards the over, but honestly, I did not bet in this one.
Mm-hmm. And also, if you give me a +300 on the Angels, I'll take it.
I mean, you can't really turn down a +300, but no, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, +275 for the first 5 innings. I did cash +260 on the first 5 innings from them yesterday. First 5 +0.5 at +170. That is very tempting as well. Angels may make a part of my card. Just follow me on Twitter at Nicholas_Earle to see if I add that on later in the day. I'll probably wait for the line to move a little bit more as the parlays come in with Dodgers at the last leg of it.
Yep.
Or the last leg could be the final game of the night, where we have the Chicago White Sox at the Chicago Cubs here. -1. No, it's not -180. These are the first 5 numbers. Let's see. -171 here for the White Sox, +157 for the Cubbies. Over under 10 runs in this game. We're getting Dylan Cease and Zach Davies in the pitching for the pitching matchup in this one. The over where are you looking at for the final game for this?
Okay, careful with that word. Very, very careful. Nothing's a lock in sports.
Yes.
But yeah, I got a play on this one. And I'm going right back to the under. These two teams, besides the one game that went to extra innings and then all hell broke loose, these have been heavy under teams, and you're giving me the total of 10. Yeah, I grabbed that all day. This is the one game that I did bet today and not last night. But looking at it, it's Sunday Night Baseball in Wrigley. This line has actually went from a 10.5 to a 10. So it has went down towards the under. But these two teams have been really struggling lately with offenses. The White Sox are 4-6 over under record their last 10. and look at the games that they did go over. One was an extra inning game. One was because Kansas City scored. One of them was like an absolute crazy game with Cleveland, and then the other one was barely over. So this team has been struggling to hit. And on Sunday Night Baseball, I think similar stuff happens tonight. I think 10 is way too high of a number. I wish I got it last night at 10.5, or this morning when it first came out at 10.5. But I do like the under in this game. You get Dylan Cease and Zach Davies. I know that's not the most under matchup, but with these offenses struggling, with White Sox not being able to hit lately, and the Cubs running out a AAA lineup every day, yeah, I like the under in this game.
Yeah, looking at this pitching matchup here, Dylan Cease is 8-6 with a 3.92 ERA, a 1.26 WHIP, 114 and 2/3 innings pitched, 149 strikeouts, and 46 walks. On the other side, Zach Davies is 6-8 with a 4.79 ERA, a 1.53 WHIP, 112 and 2/3 innings pitched, 79 strikeouts, and 60 walks this season. And Zach Davies has been better than we expected this season. We expected probably over 5.5 ERA from him. And we've gotten decent consistency, I'll call it, from him. I'm looking at the dog here. I have the Chicago Cubs in the first 5 innings at plus 160. This Cubs team is still a halfway decent team at home, 31-23 at Wrigley Field this season. And the White Sox are only a game above 500 on the road this year at 27-26 on the road. So looking at this matchup here, I know the Cubbies have lost 3 straight games. That's why I'm only taking them in the first 5 here. I think that they can potentially be up maybe like 1-0, 2-0 at the end of 5 innings and win that first 5 for me here. So that's where I'll look to close out the slate here. Give me the Chicago Cubs in the first 5 innings plus 160 against the White Sox.
Sounds good. But that is the MLB slate for today. Before we jump into our recap and go over every single thing that we're going to be betting today, a little bit of housekeeping stuff. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Trying to reach that 1,000 subscribers by week 1 of that NFL season. We are at 961 subscribers, only 39 away, so 62. Yes. I got 61 on my thing. So we're getting close. I think we could do it. Let's see if we could get it by next Sunday. I think we could do that. So keep pushing this out there. Keep subscribing. We appreciate all the support. Of course, check out all the links in the description below. All right, for this, Nick? Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Picks and Parleys, and Premium Plays. All nailed it. Didn't stutter. Let's go. I don't know. I'm having fun with that. And then, once again, if you guys are looking for the Picks and Parleys family, Craig normally at 10, me and Nick at 11, Higgs at 12. He's going to be starting up in a couple minutes if he hasn't started up already. We'll end up sending you guys over to his stream when it starts. Then you get Allie Burns with Morning Wood at 1:30 today. And then, that's it for things because a lot of the games start at 1 o'clock area. So there will be game time decision tomorrow at 6, and we'll go from there. But let's go ahead and get into the recap, and then we'll go ahead and head on out for today. With me, I like the Yankee game to go under, the Boston game to go under, the Cincinnati game to go over, Kansas City game to go under, San Diego game to go over. I like Milwaukee, but I didn't write it in there. I thought I did. I thought I did. I did, under you. That's where it was. I like Milwaukee, and I like the under in that Chicago matchup.
Yeah, and for me, I'm going with I like the over in Cincinnati. I'm pausing a little bit on 10.5 though, so it's not an official play for me there. I like the over in Tampa Bay and Baltimore. First 5 unders in New York and Philadelphia. Another first 5 under in New York and Seattle. First 5 under in Kansas City and St. Louis. One more first 5 under, this between LA and LA. Washington Nationals team total over 3.5, and then I'm going to end it off here with the Cubbies on Sunday Night Baseball. First 5 at plus 160.
Sounds good. I just put Higgs's link in the chat. He is streaming, so if you guys want to go over there, tell him that we sent you. Tell him we say hi. But that's going to wrap it up for the stream. Nick, finish it out with the first day at our new studio.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live here on Earle Sports Bets, which is every single morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. That's going to just about do it for this one. I thank you guys, as always, for watching. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother, Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, as always, and good luck.
See you guys.